If you're having issues with your PC, do not, I repeat, do not leave PD. Do not even go to floor one until the issue is resolved. If you're having an issue, reach out to any higher up so they can help you sort things out properly. Even if you're already in a patrol, you notice that your PC is not working. You need to go straight back to PD. If you even have suspect in cuff, let him go and go back to PD. I'm still seeing that some officers rush into the arrests. Guys, like, slow things down. Let's focus on the RP. Not every situation needs to end in an arrest. If it's something small, like give him a warning, give him a citation. Always try to de-escalate the situation, okay? If you're in a shootout, do not eat or refill your health, okay? Again, if you are in a shootout, unless the shootout is over, you should not be eating or refilling your health. That is considered abuse one. You will both get a ban and a reprimand. Same thing goes to if you're inside a green zone and there's a shootout, the second that you step out, you're not supposed to head back to green zone. I don't care if you die. Going back into green zone, that's abuse one as well. That's a ban and a reprimand. That's pretty much what I had. Yeah. DFG Honda, if you have anything, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything to add here?
Nah, not really. Just keep up the great work. We did make some changes to the way that dispatch operates. When this who's active, we need everybody responding to the radios. That's something that we really pushing. And that's gonna be dispatch main priority. They're gonna be keeping track of who's online, who's answering the calls, and who's not answering calls, and then they're gonna send that up to us. We're just working on a way to combat the whole people not responding to my 1032s or my 1013 calls. So that's the whole goal behind that. Other than that, as far as like SWAT and state troopers, they're army this week. Of course, I did forward them the SWAT itinerary, so hopefully they can make some of the trainings. Um, but yeah, I'm just looking to move forward. Have a great week. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes. And, just have a good time for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, this reminded me. So, if you're not in Thames unit, you're not supposed to be going to HP to patrol there. The only scenario that you can go there is either there was a call, which means there was a 1013 call in HP 1032 or 1041, or your ride along or your partner in the car is a member of Thames unit. Only then you can go and patrol there. If not, you're not supposed to go there at all. Even if you had an arrest there, even if the arrest was correct, it's not going to be counted for your rank up. Rank ups, yeah, man. Guys, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, if you're driving by HP, it's fine. But we're gonna see the body and we're gonna know if you meant to go to patrol there in HP or just driving by. But yeah, rank ups, guys. You don't have to remind us about your rank up request. Like we see it. Me, Honda, Monica. The second that we open Discord and RP, we go and look who sent his rank up request. We just be having a lot of stuff that to handle, and yes, sometimes it may take time, but we will get to it. and you will be hearing from us. Okay. Also, the BCs for the rank up. Always make sure that the BC starts from what the suspect did that led to his arrest and up until he's placed in jail. Also, some officers be sending body cam as an arrest for them, but they didn't put the suspect in jail. Their partner did. That's not going to be counted. If you're not the one having the cuffs and placing the suspect in jail, that's not your arrest, simply. All right. LTGs, MOOPs, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. A couple things. So, unbadged officer, just as a reminder, you are only allowed to go out with a vested or higher, and badged officers, you guys are only allowed to go out with each other and above. So that meaning badge and above, just as a reminder, because I do sometimes see, people slip up, and I know sometimes it can be honest mistakes, but just as a reminder. Other thing when it comes to green zone rules, so outside PD front parking lot and back PD parking lot, gang members and civilians are allowed to hang out there as long as they are not causing issues and not being disturbances, right? So again, make sure you guys are not arresting people outside PD if they're just being peaceful and mind their business and doing whatever they want. As long as they're not causing disturbance, please let them be. Otherwise, that's all I have. And again, keep up the great work.
Yes, sir. Thank you, MOOPs. Kobe.
I don't really have much. Um, just want every unit to know if you guys are interested in joining any type of SWAT operations. During the weekends. Just let me know. I know I've been working with a couple troopers this last past raid. I'm gonna start reaching out to Army this weekend and see if they want to join. But any other units that's interested in the trainings or anything like that, get with me and we can try to do some type of joint trainings and stuff like that. That's all I got.
All right, so you heard him, guys. If you want to help SWAT unit in the raids at the end of the week, just reach out to Kobe. And trust me, we're going to have a lot of fun. Major Generals, let's start with Juan. Go ahead, sir.
I don't got nothing today, sir.
All right. Gucci.
Cool. What's up, everyone? What's up, everyone? So, like Chief said, macros very, very important. Make sure you use your macros. When you're dealing with a suspect, arresting somebody with no macros will get you jailed, possibly banned, even a rep. Um, Little quick personal situation. I was doing detective work. I arrested somebody. He claimed that I didn't use my macros. He sent just a little clip. He didn't send the whole clip, or he just sent him a clip of him being arrested. He didn't send Admin the clip of me being me reading me reading his rights and throwing on my macros. So when he sent that clip, I just end up being in jail due to the fact him claiming that I didn't throw my macros. He told Admin I kidnapped him, hit him with my car, and all this extra stuff. Um, I was in jail with my suit on. You know how embarrassing that is. Every all the gang members laughing at me like, "Oh, how you an officer? You in jail?" They taking screenshots and this, that, and the third. And I was a little embarrassed myself because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. But with these gang members, they'll do everything in their power to try to get you jailed. So I sent my body cam. Good thing I had body cam, and I sent in my body cam, and I was released from jail. But to save all that headache and problems and embarrassment, just always have your body cam on. That's why body cam is very important. I'm telling you, it will save you from losing your job. I almost lost my job twice since I've been here, and I had body cam both times. So, like Chief said, body cam is very, very important. Body cam and macros. Body cam and macros. Two for mainly major generals invested. We've been here long enough that we all know that we gotta respond to Discord. You know, there's people that there's vesteds, major generals that don't comply within Discord, don't show up to hiring events, and they still major generals, and I don't understand that, but that's none of my business. Us as major generals and us as vested, we supposed to be at hiring event as much as possible. Even if you can attend one, even if you could attend one, that'd be good. That'd be good enough. But to not to attend at all, and then just to attend when you want to attend, and but you always online and always on game. But once the hiring event comes, y'all just disappear. That's unacceptable. I don't appreciate that, and we should be moving. We should be doing way better than logging out during when it's time for RP training or when it's time for um hiring event. That's not fair to others, and that just showed the loyalty. That just showed disloyalty to me. Well, that just showed not to me because this is not my department. This just show loyal. It just showed disloyalty to Napa PD. So if you really into this, role play and into this game, role play with us. Let's do this RP role play with the civilians out there. It shouldn't be all about arrest, like Chief said. Everything should not be all about arrest. Like I said on previous briefing, you could go do community service. Give the homeless people some money. People out there be asking for a little money here and there. Even if he got a gang tag or no gang tag, because at the end of the day, you're not supposed to read the gang tag over his head. So you're not supposed to know who's a gang member or not a gang member. So if there's people out there that need help, that need some money, that need gas, that need repair kits, be help out, look out, man. It's not always about arresting, because helping out goes a long way. That's why a lot of people, they NRP, they respect me out there. It's not like I'm just out there arresting people. I'm fair. I do what I'm very, very fair. If you wrong, you're wrong. If you right, you right. I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to sit there act like you right or act like you wrong. I'm going to tell you what it is, and that's with everybody, even with gang members. So it's about being fair. NRP, IRL, you go ask your community officers that's in your community. You even ask them themselves. They got to do community events. They got to even be out there, doing outreach and stuff like that to keep the community together. We can't keep the community together if we out there just arresting people for no reason and just doing NRP stuff. I mean, just basically doing stuff that's NRP stuff that's not role play. That's just not what officers do. Officers out there, they help out the community, they give back. They try to protect and serve. It's not all about arrest. It's not all about arrest. Please, guys. Remember, only arrest a suspect when it's really needed to be arrested. If the person is driving erratic, slap him on a 3.4. If he hits your vehicle, slap him on a 2.1, and you can still let him go. Up to your discretion. But me, I'll let the person go because it's not really a really serious crime or to arrest somebody for a traffic violation or just or damage to state property. That's not, to me, that's not really a arrestable offense. All of that is just ticket. That's what you could do. So this role play out there. Let's give them what we got as a Napa PD officer. And also too let's be more invested with this Discord stuff. We gotta start replying to Discord. It is a PD 12 for not replying to Discord, and I see a lot of generals, major generals at that don't respond to Discord whatsoever, but always in the break room laughing and doing all this extra stuff, but don't respond to stuff. You can see all of that. You can see everything. Definitely me. I don't miss nothing. I see stuff. I just don't say nothing until we all together. But it's hard to get everybody together because we got different time zone NRP. So, but just with that being said, let's see what else I got. Um, Also, when you out there driving, please, just because we in a police vehicle, that doesn't mean we could just drive crazy and just hit people and hit cars. And no, you gotta respect the lights. If you gonna run a red light, at least stop. Give the courtesy to stop. I know IRL. There's no police officer out there that just running red lights for no reason, and because they know if you run a red light, you're gonna get into a severe accident. So like I said, it's all about really role playing. Let's role play. Even though these gang members don't role play, let's role play. You know, a lot of gang members, they be wishing for us to role play with them, but I can see a lot of body cams that a lot of people just don't role play. You know, and we gotta really stop that and just get with this role play. With that being said, detectives is hiring. If y'all want to be detectives, let me know. Um, that's it. Basically, be safe out there. Napa PD on top.
Yes, sir. Another video on top. Finley, go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Chief. So I don't have much to say, just a couple of things. That first of all, let's keep helping each other out, right? If someone calls for backup and like when you're free, go help them, all right? If you see a new officer who's confused, like just guide them. We all started somewhere, and helping each other makes the whole department better, all right? Also, I also want to talk about TIMS that for those who don't know, we are responsible for securing the hospital, handling high priority patrols, and like protecting EMS and assisting officer during major situation. And we have been running operation and training regularly. All right, and we are currently recruiting new members. So if you are active and want to be a part of the unit, feel free to apply. Also, one more thing that even Chief also mentioned right now, and we have mentioned this a few times already, that if you are not a TIMS member, you are not authorized to patrol high priority. All right. If we see someone doing it, the first time will be a warning. If it happens again, it will be 30 laps. This rules is in place so HP stays organized, and so TIMS, all right, can do the job it's assigned to. That's all from me. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe patrol, and let's have a good day. Oh, sorry, good evening.
Captain.
No, thank you, sir. Yeah, you have to stand Gucci on the last. You have to stand here on the last because he say everything.
All right. Javon.
Somebody's phone is going. Okay. I really don't have much, but I would go back on to like respect. Respect here in Napa PD is very important. So I feel like all of